believe it or not, is right around the corner. If you have not planned your meal so far, you're in luck. We've got you covered, at least in the meat department. Joining me now is the brisket boss himself, the pit master, Royce Simmons. Thank you so much for coming down and hanging out with us. You got a lot of meat here. Where do we even start?
Wow, KeSha, thank you so much, and thank God I'm happy to be here. This is a wonderful place. So we're going to do some things today that's really awesome. When we do turkeys and poultry and those sort of things, there's a brining process that goes first. A lot of people don't know that.
Right.
So we take a turkey breast or turkey or quail or anything that you have that's poultry, right? Okay. And you let it brine. You'll put bay leaves in there. You can put any type of rub that you use, Worcestershire sauce, a little olive oil, and just let it set overnight, right? And then you got a great taste. Actually, it's already seasoned by just the brining process. And then you just, the next day here, you just come in, right? And then you inject it, right?
What's in there?
What's in here is the orange juice.
Okay.
Because I use orange juice with poultry, and I use apple juice with beef. Okay. So you've got the seasoning that's in here, you've got the olive oil, you got the bay leaves, so you've got everything broken down. Inside that jar is your brining process and your injection as well. Okay. So then after that, the next day, second day, we'll take a little olive oil, right? Use a little olive oil, right? And just rub it in, right? And let that sit overnight with the seasoning, right? So we'll get the seasoning, right? Okay, then we'll just put the seasoning all over it and just let it sit overnight. You see how it sits in there? And this is a low sodium seasoning, so you can use as much as you want. And then let that sit overnight.
I smell it. I smell it. I smell it.
And then it's ready to go in the pit the next day. Okay. So that's the brining process.
So this is at least a 2-day deal.
Operation, right? For the ultimate quality meats, you have to brine and inject your food. Okay. All right? All right. So the next step, what we have a traditional smoked turkey. Okay. Right? So the turkey is smoked for 4 to 6 hours at 225 to 250 degrees.
So it's slow.
Yeah, it's a slow cook, and when you get it at 165, maybe to 170 or 80, it's done. Okay. So, and then same thing for the turkey breast. Very traditional, right? And then the ham is the same way. Okay. So it's a honey baked ham. It takes about 3 hours or so at 225 at the same rate. Okay. So that's all your traditional stuff, right? Yes. So next what we have here, we have non-traditional stuff, right? For the wild, we have the little wild birds, okay? So we have Cornish hen.
Oh, I love Cornish hen.
And then we have quails, okay? Okay. And then we have the duck. Okay. So a lot of people doesn't normally eat these things for Thanksgiving.
We did have duck last year, though.
But this is very delicious. Yeah. So, and then I wouldn't be the brisket boss, right? If I came to Waco and then bring the garlic stuffed prime rib and my traditional winning championship brisket. Okay. So that's how I'm the brisket boss. So that's what we have for Thanksgiving this year.
Wow, that's a lot. I think if I walked into someone's kitchen or dining room and saw all of this, I would be like, whoa, you know, let's unfasten the belt right now.
Yes, yes, yes.
Talk to me a little bit about the seasonings and what you put on the turkey breast over here and how versatile it is.
Okay.
You might not always have time to fool with a lot of stuff.
I know.
The easier the better.
I have my seasoning here, which is the savory peach molasses seasoning, right? Okay. It is a you can just use anything with it, right? Steak, as you can see, poultry. So it's a low sodium seasoning for you low sodium people, okay? It's very healthy and it tastes good, right? So you want to use whatever seasoning you use. You want to use a good quality seasoning, and I always say just marinate your stuff a couple of days. Just take your time for a top quality food that you want to really impress your family and your friends. Just take a few minutes or take a few days and get started early on it, and then you'll have that 100% top quality Thanksgiving dinner.
Tell me a little bit real quickly about your story. You are, you're a Texan through and through. You are a veteran as well.
Yes, yes.
Talk to us a little bit about your background.
Well, I'm married and I have 3 kids and 5 grandkids. So my parents and my uncle, number one, were barbecue guys, right? And so they wanted me to be a barbecue guy, right? And I didn't want to be a barbecue guy, right? So in high school, I played football, baseball, basketball. But after practice, I had to come home and help prep, especially on a Friday.
Get you in there somehow.
Well, now we want to go out and hang out with the girls and go to the games and stuff like that. So I had to make sure I got my work done at the house first.
Right.
So I went on to college, right? And the same thing happened. After college, they thought I was going to
come back to this
come
kitchen.
back. And so right after college, I went straight to the military.
No.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm running. So I'm running the whole time.
Yeah.
And so after college and after the military, I applied for Lockheed Martin. And so I had a job at Lockheed Martin before I got home. So when I got home, they just gave up on me. He's not going to have anything to do with this.
Isn't it something, though, that you've come almost like full circle?
Right.
It's like you found your way back to, I don't know, back to your roots almost.
Yeah, and as it came close to the end of my dad's life, I started barbecuing and started doing the briskets and the things for his customers.
Yeah.
So they thought he was still doing, Royce is still doing that. But
you're like, no, it's Junior.
I said, okay, I'm getting ready to retire.
Yeah.
So I've got to find something to do in my retirement. And as God would have it, I've got this seasoning, I've got this barbecue sauce. I'm working hard again.
How do you come up with the flavor profiles, though? I'm curious about that because, we all have our own different ways of cooking. How did you come up with yours?
Well, because you go in the stores and you see different exotic seasonings and spices. So I would see the peach with different things, and I would see the molasses with different things. And so after about 1.5 years or 2 years of doing my little research, it took time, I came up with the peach molasses.
Wow.
And so a lot of people, some peach on brisket, but this season has 19 different flavors there, so it's not the peach.
I can smell about half of them.
So they're not overwhelmed. It's a even blend, and it's a great on anything. Popcorn, cream cheese.
Wow.
I didn't know that until I was at HEB, and then we had to do snacks, right?
Okay, so we mentioned that you are not in our HEB stores down here. However, if I'm curious, if I want to try a little something, how do we find your product?
Okay, you can find me on Brisket Boss LLC. At gmail.com.
Okay.
All right. You can find me there, and that's how I got everything on my website.
Amazon. You're on Amazon.
That's right.
Well.
I'm on Amazon. Sorry.
Marketplace. Yeah.
I'm at the marketplace. I'm on Amazon. So that's another thing.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Can I try something real quick?
Sure.
Though?
You like brisket?
Sure. Sure. Cut me up a little teeny sliver.
Just a little teeny sliver.
Just a little teeny sliver. Oh, that's a big sliver. Okay. You can cut that again.
You want to cut it again? All right, I'll cut it again.
That's a Texas size portion for taste.
There we go.
Okay. All right, here we go. Oh my God.
That was a Texas size bite.
Oh my God. It like it just melts in your mouth.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I'm gonna taste the flavors.
Okay, all right.
It's not like salty.
Nope. And that was the thing. My main thing that I had to do was get something that was very low in sodium. Right, very low in sodium. And so most spices that you taste, you'll taste that salt will just overwhelm you at first. Yeah. So, and this doesn't. This has a great taste going in your mouth and coming out.
Well, thank you so much for coming down and
thank you
showing us your product and showing us what how versatile it is and what we can do, giving us some ideas as we head into the holidays.
Yes.
Because
we'll
right
around the corner. Right around the corner. And all of this stuff, guys, is going to be at all of your stores during this holiday month. Give it another week or two, and man, the stores will be full of everything. So you can just have your a great family dinner, friends, and all this year.
And even better leftovers.
Better leftovers,
We'll be right back.